So this day, I don't even know how old I was, but I just remember it was real. So mom and dad are fighting, just like, I don't know about what. They're fighting about something. And dad's feeling a little brave. Dad starts squawking back and thinking he's just feeling a little froggy. He feels brave that day, so he starts mouthing off to mom. So they're going back and forth. I remember mom was like in the TV room, the living room area, and dad was in that big, I guess, informal living room, the one with my drum set in it. And so they were arguing about something, yelling, and son of a this and son of a that.
Time out. Okay, so I wasn't gonna get involved in this one, but it seems like everybody remembers the story, but they don't remember how the fight started. So I remember it was the year 2000. It was a Tuesday night, and I had band practice that night, which usually ran until 9 o'clock. So I remember dad was supposed to pick me up that day. I don't like to sit around and chit chat. I just wanted to get home. I had homework. So I remember as soon as I put myself away, I headed outside, and I don't like to wait with everybody else. So I went and I hid around the corner where the payphones were. Yes, there were still payphones back then. And I stayed there. I figured I'd wait there because that's normally where mom and dad would go pick me up, is in the horseshoe. So I waited. 15 minutes passed by, still there. 20 minutes passed by, still there. 30 minutes passed by, and I'm the only one left. Everyone else has gone home. The band teachers, the other parents, the other kids, everyone left home already. So I'm there by myself, trying to figure out if I should call mom, if I even had a quarter to call mom. When my friend's mom drove by, and she called me to the van. So she kept telling me, do you need a ride? I was like, no, my dad's coming. He'll be here in a little bit. She's like, no, let's just give you a ride. So then I felt bad. So I get into her van and we take off. So I get home and mom's there at the house. She asked me where my dad is, and I was like, I don't know. He didn't come and pick me up. Annette's mom dropped me off. And she got mad. So this is where we pick up the story. So go ahead, time in.
And dad decides to have a drop the mic moment. So he says the famous line, "You're just like a Ramirez."
And we all heard it clear as day. Just like a Ramirez. And by the time he reached the Z in Ramirez, we'd all stopped what we were doing. Simultaneously looked at each other, almost in disbelief. And then looked at what we knew was about to be a nuclear bomb about to drop. And what happened next was pretty nasty.
I heard him just like a Ramirez, and he started getting louder.
And he turns around and he starts walking off, just like a rooster, just chest out, and he's got the slick gangster walk, and he's walking right to the front door. Thinks he's just gonna go off just like that without anything happening.
And it was at that time that I realized, damn, Dad, you fucked up.
I remember all of us were just like, whoa, like it was about to go down.
Almost like it all happened in a blur. It was all really, really fast. It all really happened. She didn't even say anything. I remember her just like sounds coming out like tick, 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 tick. And then she like moved across like a phantom in the night.
She stopped whatever she was doing and she just, boom, she ran toward dad. Dad didn't even suspect it. Dad's walking, toward the front door, and mom just hits him like a bulldozer. She just, all her weight, just boom, pushes him. And, you remember those crash test dummies as soon as they get into the crash and they're all limber and legs, arms. Well, that was Dad. Dad was a human test crash dummy. He got pushed into the wood door and into the screen door that we had.
Poor bastard never had a chance. She puts her hand on the back of his head, and our door was kind of tricky. It had like this deadbolt that only like Tim, Chris, maybe them two knew how to open it. Very tricky. So Dad goes to open the door, and BAM! Let me do that shit again, just so you guys know. BAM! Mom smashes Dad's head into the door. It was a wrought iron door, mind you. Wrought iron. That door bent at the top. It never did close right after that. It was always like kind of messed up at the top after his face went through. But I remember if it wasn't for Tim, Dad might have died that day. Tim comes in out of nowhere. First try, gets the lock, throws that out, locks the door behind him. So kind of like holding Mom back so she doesn't catch a charge for murder. And Dad just kind of like scampered off into the night. And we didn't hear from him for a while after that. After that, I remember we were like the best behaved kids. It was actually kind of scary. Chris admitted to me later that he pissed himself a little bit, so it's kind of rough.
So that was pretty epic, but that line will forever be in my brain. You're just like a Ramirez.